All right, today is June 29th, and this is episode 67. I got the inside of the top painted. That it's made by Krylon. It's called Fusion River Rock. So I definitely like it better than the white. It took 2 cans to coat it. I probably could use a third just because there might be, it's still drying, but there might be a little bit of white trying to peek through in places. So yeah, gonna let it dry now and move on to some, the tie carrier has some components I need to sand and paint black, so that's what I'm gonna do now. All right, catch you in a little bit. All right, my Eastwood Polyester Primer surfacer came early enough. It's only about lunchtime, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix some of that up and wipe the Jeep down. It's already taped off and everything, and I'm gonna put a couple coats of that surfacer on here. Make sure this is sanded to 180 here, all the areas that I did some additional work on. I'll make sure that that's okay. If not, I'll go to the 320 just to scuff sand the whole body. Actually, the whole body is sanded to 400, so it's fine except for these areas. I'll go ahead and hit those areas with 320 just for good measure. And yeah, so put these 2 coats on and let them dry 90 minutes, and then I'll be ready to wet sand. All right, here we go. All right, we're 320 sanding. Carter block sanded. Now he's doing the grill by hand. I'm finishing up this side. I'm gonna wipe it down with just some water and then paint prep. Then I'm gonna paint this polyester primer. And if we can get that down, let it dry for an hour and a half, then wet sand with 400. The goal would be to be painting tomorrow before the rain comes in. All right, here we go. All right, I put 1 full coat on and then went around the areas that I had done some additional work, like down here where Jeep is and stuff, over in here. I did some work along the rocker. Because if you remember from other videos, this right here, this section was or it was about, I guess maybe right here, was a custom piece I made. This fender was welded in about right there. You can't tell. This fender here, of course, this is the one that I spent an enormous amount of time on. It looks great. I mean, I don't mean to boast or anything by any means, but obviously it doesn't look exactly like this one. But unless you knew that this thing was wrecked, you wouldn't even notice it, I don't think. I don't know what this is. I don't know if that was, I'll sand that obviously, because that's not gonna fly. But anyway, as a whole, all of this, that polyester surfacer made those all look good. The grill, this thing down here, I mean, that stuff, that Eastwood polyester primer surfacer is absolutely amazing stuff. I'm so glad that my friend Ward reminded me of having used it on my truck. Up in here, that's all smooth. This area I did some more work on. And I mean, and the rocker, all along the rocker, once again, I had a replacement piece about right here, and then another one right here, and then it tied into, I think it came all the way out to here actually, and then I had cut, this fender was pieced in somewhere in here, I believe, yeah, right in there. So I'm really excited about the way this is looking now. This is a ton better than it was. Did some additional work back here. I mean, everything is looking really straight now. So this is really exciting. I'm glad, once again, that I use that stuff. I can't recommend it any higher. I mean, at scale of 1 to 10, 11. I mean, if you guys out there that are thinking about doing body work and stuff, you definitely have to use Eastwood's, it's called Contour, their polyester primer surfacer, because it really does a great job. Now, I will say this, you have to have a large tip. I had a 2.2 and it still, could have used a larger tip in my opinion. But so, and then the other thing is you have to have some acetone on hand, because once you're done spraying, you've got to get that thing in there and get it cleaned out post haste. Otherwise it'll harden up in your gun. And I remember spraying polyester, high solid stuff. It smells just like that stuff too. It reminds me of it. On my drums, and where you have like a super porous wood like mahogany or something like that, I would spray a polyester filler, 3 coats. Next day, come back and sand it back with like 120, and then spray, finish with 220, and then spray the polyester top coats. And I'm telling you what, it was like glass. I mean, that stuff filled so well, but it was the kind of deal, you only had 10 minutes to get it out of the gun and get it cleaned up, because it would absolutely destroy the gun if it dried in it. You would not be able to, you couldn't clean it. I mean, it was just, it's toast. So anyway, I'm kind of rambling. This is really looking good. I'm really happy now with the way it's looking. I'm gonna let it dry overnight, and then I'll wet sand it tomorrow. Rain is supposed to come in, but if it doesn't and things are good, I will paint tomorrow. If not, I'll have to shoot for Friday. So anyway, really excited with the way this is looking now. All right, we'll catch you guys next time.